Alright, we're coming to you from inside a rabbit hutch right now. For those who have never seen newborn baby rabbits, these little guys were born about 30 to 36 hours ago. And these happen to be a breed called miniature Rex. And actually these are not pure mini Rex, they're actually part Dutch miniature as well. I call this color cookies and cream. Honestly, it's just a broken black and white. And then these little guys are, this is probably an otter with that little belly. Looks kind of like a little field mouse. Anyway, yeah, they barely got any hair on them at all. I've got a tiny one right there. Anyway, they vary a lot in size. You can see the differences. The mini Rex are usually about like this. The Dutch are a little bit larger. So you see all those different traits coming out in the offspring here. Now there's a total of 8 in this little batch. Litters oftentimes, and that's a real beautiful, that's going to be almost a seal color right there. Litters often range in size anywhere from 6 to 8 generally, although I've had them have as many as 12 to 13 on rare occasions, and sometimes as few as 3 or 4. Usually if they have 3 or 4, it's because there were problems with the pregnancy, or it's a very young or a very old rabbit. Normally a good breeding condition rabbit, sometime between say a year old and 3 years old, will usually produce anywhere from 6 to 12 babies per litter with no problems. It does vary from breed to breed as well. Anyway, yeah, they look almost like little baby mice, don't they? But they still hop around. Fortunately, it's warm right now, so having them uncovered is not a problem. I definitely would not be doing this during the wintertime. Now that little guy's all black there. We basically have, looks like we have 2 otter color, 1 black, and then the rest are all going to be just the broken black and white. Now some of those, once they start putting on hair, some of these that look pink, which would be white, could actually shift a little bit in coloration. I'm still going to go ahead and cover them over them just a little bit here. The mother's over there getting a little nervous, getting a little anxious, so this is her 3rd litter. She's done really well this time, so I don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. They're used to my smell and my appearance in the cage as I tend them, so they're not going to have a major problem. But if you were to have a stranger come in and touch the rabbits, that could give the mama rabbit a problem. Now you see she's pulled hair here. They will always do that when they make their nest. They pull hair. I always put a little bit of hay in here for them. Some of them I use boxes. Oftentimes in these, the smaller rabbits, I can just put the wooden tray in here and it does just fine. Like I say, right now it's so warm that keeping them warm is not an issue at all. Now during the winter, if for some reason the rabbit was unable to pull hair, if you're a first-time breeder, you might be tempted to remove some hair from another cage if one of the females had, pulled far too much fur for her nest. Don't do that. If you use another rabbit's fur in the nest, the mother quite often will abandon that nest because she doesn't smell her smell on the baby. She smells a foreign smell and she will avoid it. Now, there is a wonderful thing called polyester floss. It's basically the same stuff that you see in an aquarium filter, the little white cottony stuff. That's basically just a polyester fiber material. That has a neutral smell. It tears up and can be arranged just like fur. So the mama rabbits will use that oftentimes with no problems at all. They're perfectly accepting in that material. So if you're raising them in a cooler climate or in the middle of the winter and you do need some additional bedding for the babies and you're afraid there's not enough fur, just you can go to either a pet store, pet supply, pet department of your local retail center with any place that would have that, or you can go to any place that carries material for quilting or fabric, sewing, anything like that, because oftentimes you can actually get it cheaper in the quilting section of a craft store than you can at the pet supply. So just a few little quick tips, and looks like the mama's, she's over here deciding to come in and investigate and see how the babies are doing. So with that, I'll bid you all good evening. Have a wonderful day.